Good evening. Congratulations to Cluj for the well-deserved victory. Apologize to spectators who was here. Sorry to our fans who came that long distance to support us. Sorry to the people who watched on TV for the first quarter. We didn't came to the game. Allowing to score 38 points is unacceptable, and I take all the blame. I didn't prepare the team for this game. The second half much better, but still the first quarter was too big of a punch to us, and we could not recover.
Questions? Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
We'll continue the post-game press conference with Mihai Silvașan, the head coach of Banca Transilvania, and Mitch Creek, the MVP of this game. Mitch, a monster game, you couldn't be stopped. How did it feel for you?
I mean, anytime you get to get in a bit of a rhythm, you know, as athletes, you call it a flow state. It's really nice. Sometimes you have it for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 possessions, 3 possessions. You know, the ebbs and flows of the game, it might be a hard foul or a timeout and it stops the momentum, and then sometimes it's hard to kind of regain, but some nights you just a feeling that everything's going in and it doesn't matter whether it's a silly and one that you just shouldn't make, they all kind of fall. And look, it's a credit to, you know, our defense though tonight. Like, I had some really easy opportunities. I thought we just had really good pressure throughout the night from start to finish. Our starting group did a phenomenal job. We set the tempo and the tone against a really good Neptunas team who normally is very physical and applies a lot of pressure. They shift the ball so well, but we really put a nail in that tonight, and it just made it really enjoyable to kind of go out there, play defense, and then on the other end, you know, manipulate their defense to how we could get, you know, easy buckets, open shots, and yeah, as I said, it's a credit to our guys. We just shared the ball tonight. Everyone got to eat, and we put on a great performance for the fans.
Thank you. Questions?
Hello, Mitch. Congrats for the game at popabasket.ro. I was wondering, what was your favorite play from today? What was your favorite?
Honestly, my favorite play today was we had a transition opportunity. We moved the ball 2 or 3 times, and then Darren Russell threw the lob to Nigel. It took a bit of a, I wouldn't say a LeBron and D-Wade look away, but it was still pretty cool. And I think equal to that was probably Guzman's missed windmill dunk. I know Silva, his head nearly exploded. You got to enjoy basketball. This is, at the end of the day, you know, this is a job. We're employees of an organization, but we have to understand that you got to have fun. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, you know, especially back home, I wanted to, you know, I do my meditation before every game, and the one thing that I have to say to myself, one thing that I want to get out of today's game, and I just said I want to have fun. I want to appreciate what I'm doing, and I just tried to do that tonight. So those little plays, those moments in the game from Fats, from Nigel, you know, Ivo, like everybody, just it's all a favourite part for me tonight. But those 2 definitely stand out. One was a highlight, one was probably a low light, but it was still pretty funny nonetheless.
Mitch, you were very unselfish in this statement, not mentioning your last 3, which was spectacular. But how was it to hear your name chanted by the fans in the stands?
Typically in the game, you don't really, like, I don't really hear the fans. I'm kind of trying to tune into like Silva, or I'm trying to tune into their coach so I can hear play calls or the players on the court. You're just so focused on so many other little details that you don't really think about the fans. But I was sitting there on the bench, and Vete, our assistant coach, tapped me and he said, "Oh, they're saying your name. You gotta look at them." And I was like, "What?" I didn't realize.
Oh,
like,
that's my name.
yeah. And I was like, I kind of turned around and gave him a thanks, mate. And I don't know if I was meant to do something different, but it's a nice gesture. But this is one game in a long season, and you know, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. You just ride the medium wave of consistency, and the difference between your best and your worst is if it's unrecognizable almost, that's the sign of a very talented professional, and I just want to be consistent, that's it.
This game started a series of 6 consecutive home games. How important was to start off with a big win like this?
Oh, it's huge. You know, we understand that these games carry a lot of weight. You know, Neptunas, we were 1-0, and in the series we needed to win this game to be able to have, if the split is there come the end of the season, this is a massive game. We know that we've been on the road a lot to start pre-season, to start the season, and, you know, we've had injuries and, you know, travel struggles. Everyone has. It's what happens in the ABA League and in the Euro Cup. But, you know, just to be home for a few weeks, to sleep in your own bed, to, you know, to eat off your own plate, to see the local cafe, just to go to your local gym, it just gives you this calmness, but it gives us the energy to come out and play like that. And when you have the fans like we do in Cluj, it's easy to go out and play good basketball. We just have to be consistent, and we have to be mentally tough to be able to be consistent, whether it's the first 5, the second 5, you know, being disciplined with our recovery tonight, tomorrow, the next day. We just got to do our job and keep showing up. But 6 games at home sounds pretty nice to me.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thanks.
See you in the locker room.
See you, mate.
We'll continue with Mihai Silvașan. Coach, congratulations, first of all. Apart from the big number of points, your team managed to get 31 assists, almost double than Neptunas. Do you think this was the key of the victory?
No, I think the key of the victory was our mindset at the beginning, the way we play defense. Don't forget that we played with best shooting, three-point shooting team in the competition. They just a few weeks ago they just killed Baksishehir, a team that wants to win the Euro Cup. With their three-point shooting, and that was one of our goals, to not allow them to score so easy threes, to go as less as possible in rotations, so they can't have easy passes and find open guys, because they are good in this. And I think we managed to do a great job in that. We had great team reactions. Guzman did a very good job in setting up the tone at the beginning with his defense. Okay, and you know that thing you don't see it on the stat sheet, but that was big, the way he started with that steal, with that physicality that put us on the right way in the game. So I think that was the key of the game. Of course, we had a great offensive night. We shoot pretty good the ball, but it wasn't just three-point shooting. We scored just 9. It was about the speed, the way we pass it. You know, 31 assists. That's huge. A lot of these points, again, I come back to defense, come from our good defense that give us the opportunity to run in transition and to play our game, because we are good in this game. But this is, like Mitch said, it's just a game, another game. We enjoy it, we show great mindset and mentality, and we move forward, because in 2 games we have an Abali game which we need to be focused to win it.
Thank you, coach. Vom continua în română, dacă sunt întrebări.
Silva, un meci care a început foarte bine, s-a încheiat foarte bine. Unde s-a făcut diferența astăzi?
Cum am spus, cred eu că mentalitatea noastră a fost cea potrivită, am avut un mindset bun și aici Karel, repet și în română, a avut un mare merit, dând tonul la ceea ce înseamnă apărare agresivă pentru noi. Cred eu că am avut un sfert de început minunat din punct de vedere defensiv, care ne-a permis să avem multe coșuri ușoare în tranziție. Dacă nu mă înșel, mai erau 3 sau 4 minute și erau undeva la 10 puncte marcate sau 12. E un meci reușit din partea noastră. Cred eu că mentalitatea asta trebuie să rămână. Sper eu că putem să rămânem sănătoși, să avem rotația pe care am avut-o astăzi, pentru că contează foarte mult, dacă vrem să jucăm într-un ritm ridicat, să avem suficient jucători pentru a putea susține acest ritm ridicat. Dacă nu, încercăm să găsim soluții în alt fel. Niciun meci nu seamănă cu celălalt. De acum ne vom gândi doar la meciul de vineri cu Cârca, un meci dificil, cum sunt toate cele din ABA League. Însă lucrurile au arătat bine și suntem optimiști.
Silva, Mitch a dat 40 de puncte și cumva a devenit omul meciului, dar Caesar a avut 19 puncte, 8 recuperări, 9 din 9. Cum ți se par primele 3 meciuri ale lui Caesar la UBT și dacă e ceea ce căutai pentru echipă?
Sincer, mi se pare un mare câștig pentru noi. E un pivot undersize, mult undersize, însă este extrem de versatil. Poate să apere pe oricine, de la 1 la 5. Are o energie și o reacție foarte, foarte bună. Se pretează foarte bine pentru jocul nostru în viteză și cred eu că se complementează foarte bine cu Miletić, care are alt stil de joc. Pot juca și împreună. Astăzi nu i-am folosit, însă de multe ori ei pot să joace și împreună. Sunt bucuros că am reușit să-l aducem, este și un caracter minunat, prinde repede tot ce îi arătăm și cred eu că va fi din ce în ce mai bun. Cred eu că și jocul nostru îi se potrivește foarte bine lui și ce să spun, mă bucur că e alături de noi.
Salut, coach! Aveți 2 meciuri în 3 zile. Te-aș întreba o chestie, dacă vrei să-mi spui. O chestie de care e mindset-ul băncii tehnice, staffului tehnic, cum vă distribuiți task-urile pentru 2 meciuri în 3 zile? Adică o parte din colegii dumneavoastră fac scouting pentru echipa care are meciul care vine mai târziu sau vă concentrați 100% pe primul meci și apoi...
Nu, e foarte simplu. Cei 2 antrenori secunzi au fiecare câte un meci și nu au meciuri consecutive. Meciul cu Cârca, de exemplu, e deja făcut. Mâine dimineață avem tot ce ține de ei, toată informația, de la jucător la strategia lor de atac, de apărare. O vom discuta și vom decide ce facem la antrenamentul de după masă, care va fi un antrenament de recuperare, însă putem face ceva walkthrough sau ceva chestii tactice fără să facem prea mult efort legate de meciul cu Cârca. Deci cam așa lucrăm, fiecare antrenament are o echipă și el trebuie să știe foarte, foarte bine totul despre echipa respectivă. Trebuie să-mi prezinte mie echipa respectivă a doua zi după meci, adică astăzi am avut cu Neptunas, mâine antrenorul care se ocupă de Cârca îmi prezintă tot ce ține de ei, în așa fel încât noi la antrenamente să putem fi pregătiți și să facem lucrurile referitoare la sau legate de meciul cu Cârca și de strategia lor, nu doar să trecem prin antrenament fără a avea un obiectiv.
Și încă o întrebare, meciul cu Cârca va fi în sala Horia Demian, o sală dragă dumneavoastră.
Dumneavoastră.
Dragă ție,
Aoleu.
na, ție vrei.
Așa.
Așa. Ai vreun reper pe care să-l dai mai departe elevilor tăi să cunoască mai repede sala? Bănuiesc că pentru mulți e prima oară când
sincer
joacă
n-am mai
acolo.
antrenat acolo, sala asta fiind ocupată, am mai avut antrenamente acolo, deci ei știu, sunt familiarizați și cu acea sală. Va fi primul meci din acest sezon acolo. Sincer, istorie, trecutul e trecut, nu cred că trebuie să revenim și să rămânem în el, trebuie să luăm ce ne oferă prezentul și să fim pregătiți pentru viitor.
Mulțumim, Silva.
Mersi.